All right, now we are going to be doing the debriefing before the modeling. All
Okay.
right. So so why do you feel it's important, like, to have me model for you before you do it?
Well, just give me examples and show me kind of what is expected.
Mm-hmm.
And, to kind of handle situations if something, maybe a kid isn't cooperating, it's how to
Right.
handle that
Right.
situation in the topics too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, good. And and also, it's to show you up to fidelity, of how it should be done.
mhm.
And I think with your learning style, it's kind of like that's what you like to watch somebody do it, and then you can apply what you want to learn through
Okay.
that. All right, so let's go over the skill set rubric, because we changed some things about, instead of having the rules, we are going to do, the change it to classroom expectations. And do you remember what that expectations, what's the difference between the rules and the expectations?
Expectation is more is how we expect your behavior to be. The
Mm-hmm.
rules are, this is how it's going to go.
Right. It's more, okay, the rules are cut and dry.
Yeah.
Like it's, for the, to give you an example, like the circle time rules,
Mhm.
we sit with crisscross applesauce, and there's not a different way of sitting, you know what I mean? But with the expectation is more broad,
Okay.
as opposed, like, our classroom expectations that we keep our bodies safe. There's lots of different ways. It's not just one way. Like, we walk in the classroom, we keep our bodies to ourselves. We watch where we're going. You know what I mean? So there's under that umbrella, there's lots of different ways.
Right.
But the rules are cut and dry.
Cut and dry.
Or another way of explaining it from the videos that help me is, but like the rules of playing chess,
Mm.
are cut and dry.
Okay.
It's, I don't know the rules of chess, but I know that there's specific rules. And then with the expectations, it's more of a broad range. It's more, like an umbrella, where, there are a lot of different things that can go in there.
Okay.
Does that
Yes.
clarify
Yes.
it? Or do you have any questions concerning that? You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. So with this, so let's do our learning objective. Can you read that for me?
Okay. At Circles Time, Stephanie will teach the children classroom expectations using visuals and puppets to determine stop and go examples of what the expectations means. We know the children understand the expectations when 75% or 8 of 11 of them can correctly classify an example as a stop or a go during circle.
Okay, good. So that, kind of defines it. It kind of like narrows it down. And like, one thing that I'm learning is that when you do have a learning objective, the reason why we put like 75% or 8 out of 11, because then it gives us a guideline as to how we can accomplish that.
Right.
If you just had it like a vague, then it would be hard to measure if we met it or didn't
Right.
meet it. So that's, the importance of that. So in the skill description, number 1 says staff will collect the items needed in circle time to teach the classroom expectations. And that is, the poster and the puppets and the stop and go, popsicle sticks. And then also, yeah. And then I was wondering, did you want to, have pictures of a stop and go, or would you rather act it out with the puppets?
Like as the
As the stop and go game thing.
game?
You could
I
either.
I think they would like the puppet.
Okay.
Or actually I'm wondering, what do you think? I think they would like the puppet.
Well, that's what I was thinking, according to your learning style, according to how you feel comfortable,
Right.
would you feel more comfortable in using the puppets, or would you feel more comfortable having pictures, like a picture depicting, somebody
I think they
hitting
would maybe do better with puppets.
Okay.
The kids. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we'll keep that then. And then the partially met is when you just have two of the three items in the circle item,
Okay.
in the circle area. And then the unmet would be you have one or none of the items. And that's just to give you like a prep time. It's very helpful for teachers if they're all prepared for circle time and have it all there. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yes.
That's something I'm working towards, and something, because I think if you have it all prepared, it goes a lot smoother.
Right,
As opposed to,
yes.
wait, let me.
Yes.
All right, so the first one is we get all the items prepared. Do you want to do the number 2?
During circle time, after all rituals, staff will review the classroom expectations, referring to the poster with words and visuals.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would be staff will review each of the 4 expectations with the children using the poster, words, and visuals. What was the P again?
The
I'm
P
sorry.
is partially.
Partially, okay. She reviews 3 of the 4 expectations, and then
Unmet.
unmet? Okay. She reviews 2 or less of the 4 expectations.
Right. And so what we really need to be mindful of is that we need to keep like the 4 expectations together.
Okay.
So if we just did 2, then they would think,
The other 2 aren't
right,
important.
right.
Right.
And so that's kind of why in the first time that we initiate it, or teach them about, we want to include all of them.
And all of those 4 are important ones.
Yeah.
That we definitely need to encourage.
Right.
So,
They are. They're really good. Okay, then number 3, Steph will give examples of how the children can comply with the classroom expectations. For example, keep our bodies safe by walking in the room. Keep our friends safe by hands and feet to ourselves. Keep our room and toys safe by helping during cleanup, putting the toys back where they belong. And then the 4th one, listen to our teacher and friends' words by doing what they are saying or not doing. Something that they tell you to stop. So that, so it's a little bit longer there, but I think, as we teach them, we can go ahead and include all of them in the beginning. And then for the Met, she gives examples for each expectations on how to meet the expectations. The partially, she gives an example for 3 or 4. And the unmet, she gives an example of 2 or fewer of the 4 expectations. Now, does that seem reasonable to you?
Yeah.
Or does it? Okay. Okay, good. Is there something we could tweak it to make it a little bit easier for you? Or that
seems
good?
Yes.
Would you want to use the same examples, or do you want to come up with other examples?
Nope, I think these are good.
Okay, good. Move that back. There we go. So you want to do number 4?
Getting feedback from the children about their ideas of what each expectation means. Write down their responses.
Okay.
So, ask children open-ended questions about how to follow each individual expectation. Write down what they say and post in the classroom. So, partially same as the M, but for less than 4 expectations. The unmet is same as M, but for less than 4 expectations. And don't record their answers.
Okay. So, and then 5 is play the game of stop and go using puppets to model the right way and the wrong way of following expectations, and then discuss with children. And so we'll see if they like that game. We haven't played that yet, but we'll see. From the video, it looked fun.
Yeah,
and
the
they
kids look like they were having fun.
yeah,
with it.
yeah. So the M is give each child a two-sided circle, one being red and one being green. And then I think it's really important, like to put go and then stop, to help with the literacy
reading, yeah.
too. Yeah. And then Blackie the bear puppet and the raccoon will model a stop and go of each of the four expectations. And then the partially, same as M, but only using 3 of the expectations. And then Steph will only teach and model only 2 of the expectations to the children. That's the unmet.
Okay.
And then do you want to do the 6?
Number 6 is children will transition to snack.
Mm-hmm.
Steph will give the
Parent teacher
a choice of whether they want to do the one of the 3 choices available.
Like one,
Yeah.
being jump around, I spy, and then who took the cookie.
Okay. And then unmet would be Steph does not give the parent teacher a choice for the dismissal and chooses to do what she wants to do.
Okay, good. Now from the skill set rubric, what's important in that is that we have a beginning and then a middle and then it ends. So the beginning is when we collect everything together, and we make sure we have everything. What do you think would be the middle part?
Well, it's teaching them the rules and playing their game.
Okay.
And then the end would be the dismissing them for snack.
You're right. That's, you got it. So that's another key thing to put in, like when you do circle, there's a beginning, a middle, and then an end, so it kind of like wraps it.
Right.
It just makes it that's how they have discovered how children learn better when you have those 3
Right.
elements there. All right. Okay, so we're going to develop like a modeling plan by using this.
Okay.
We're going to use this. We're not going to write it in detail, as much in detail, but like our modeling plan is what we devise as to what we will follow during the, when we teach the behavioral expectations.
Okay.
Like, get a pen. How are we doing in time? 12. Okay. Like, let's see, I have some extras here. I can use that. Okay. Like the modeling plan would be, one, Steph gets all the circle time stuff together.
Okay.
And then 2 would be, we get the classroom, we do the rituals that we do every time. And then we also, and then we will review with the children the classroom expectations. Okay. And then with the words and visuals. And how do you think we could use a visual for keeping our toys safe? I was wondering
Maybe a
about
picture
that.
of a toy being thrown.
Okay, or how would we
Or-
use the visual to depict what we want them to do?
Maybe just a kid playing with a toy.
Okay.
Or maybe like a picture of a stuffed animal and a kid's holding it and
All
cuddling.
right. Okay, yeah. So that's a good idea. So I'm going to put that. Yeah, stop. Right. Okay, there we go.
Did it stop?
Whoops. No.
Nope.